In Lab 100 of the Docker workshop, we will introduce some basic concepts of Docker, container architecture, and functions. We will do this using a single container which provides a REST service as part of a Node.js application. The application has two pieces which provide a microservice. Those two pieces include a data source consisting of a simple JSON file and a REST client to serve up the data from the data source. You will also use various Docker commands to set up, run, and connect into containers. In this introduction, you will explore concepts of Docker volumes, networking, and container architecture. In Lab 100, let's start by connecting back into the OCI compute instance with your SSH key and the user OPC. So let's open up a terminal window, change directory to the key file, and issue the SSH command. Once connected, let's verify that Docker is running. We can do that using the Docker version command. Let's also see if there's any Docker containers running. We should not see any containers running at this point. Now we're going to start a Docker container by issuing the Docker run command. We're going to start the REST client container running on port 8002. And as you can see, it first looks to see if the Docker container is locally stored, and if not, it will download it from Docker Hub. It will extract it and then start the image. You can issue the Docker ps command to list the running container. Now we're going to jump over to the Oracle OCI Compute console, and we're going to drill into the instance that we created earlier and just verify that we're using the correct IP address. Down towards the bottom, you'll see the public IP address selected. Let's copy that and jump over to a new browser window. Here we're going to test that we can access our container on port 8002. Next, we're going to test that we can access some data using the products URL. You can see we can do that. Next, we're going to stop this Docker container, and we're going to start a new one up on a different port. So let's issue the docker stop REST client command. Let's verify that it has indeed stopped. You'll see no running images using the docker ps command. Now we're going to issue the docker run command again, and as you can see, we're mapping port 18002 to port 8002. Since it's already been locally stored, there's no need to download it again from Docker Hub. We also verified that it is running. If you switch back over to your browser window and change the port from 8002 to 18002, you will see that the container is accessible via the web browser. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to inspect some of the networking available information available to you in Docker. We're going to issue the Docker network inspect bridge command. Here you will see networking information related to Docker. You will see the subnet IP. You will also see each container running and the IPv network IP address that's available. And this is a IP address that is pingable. So let's issue the ping command against 172.17.02 just to verify that we can communicate with this IP address. And as you can see, it is reachable. And finally, we're going to stop the Docker container REST client. So we're going to issue the docker stop REST client command. And just to verify that it is stopped, we're going to issue the docker ps command. And as you can see, there are no running images. And this concludes our workshop for Docker 100.